Good morning, good morning, good morning. Light day, Columbus Day, as they say, Indigenous Day. I don't know what they call it today, but anyway, I'm in the building. Good morning, emails. Good morning, everybody. How y'all feeling? Monday morning, yawning. Let's go. 5:54 in the morning. We are dedicated to giving you quality entertainment in the morning as y'all get up and get yourselves ready. Quality, well thought out entertainment. Not just regular goofy shit, you know, but we do have our own extra amount of goofy shit that we got, so we'll give you that too. Good morning, everybody. Unction in the building. The morning emails, all you males and females. A little music for y'all to get y'all started. Let me know how we sound if you hear us. Mic check. That's why we do the music, man. We gotta give a little mic check. You know what I'm saying? Good morning. Yeah. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Good morning. How y'all feeling? Shout out to my daughter. She's my little grandbaby. Unction in the building. The morning emails. All you males and females. Got a great thing to talk about today. Also, we know that for some people, they call this Columbus Day. Some people call it Indigenous Day. But I can give you the truth about all that if you really want to know. At this point, you know what I'm saying? We could... Celebrated by some, and also I'm gonna give you the real story of the spending power of black people in the country. I'm gonna give you the real deal. We hear a lot of stuff about the spending power of black people in America. I'm gonna give y'all the real deal. Also, Coco may be here today. Kimmy's doing her show. We'll pop in on Kim's show, see what it's doing. That's our sister, and she'll be here tomorrow. And hopefully I can get Gigi Shehab in here today to help you out with some money tips. I need some too, so let's get it all going.
Something about you, it's everything you are.
I'm gonna text her today, see what. Oh yeah, we'll get Black Facts in there today too. It's a good one today, by the way. Good morning, Troy.
That's why you're my wife. You know you're sexy too. I like your attitude.
Black Facts is gonna be nice today. We got a nice one today. We love Black Facts. Once we start the show, this is the pre-op.
You're still my queen, baby girl. Go do your
But I got you, Troy.
I'm so glad you're mine.
Right up the road from right now.
Shout out to my boy Free. What up, Free?
Also held hostage Pete Siegel for quite a long time.
And I guess y'all want to know about the Gaza Peace Treaty. I mean, if you want the real deal about all these stories, I can give it a real. I mean, that's the story the news is promoting, and then there's the real. Shout out to my boy Randy James. They made a whole video about him checking the police. It's hilarious. Happiness.
She's so fly, intelligent, and she don't get high. Lord, you should see her thighs.
Yes.
It's enough to make any grown man. Don't even bother. But the way she feels out her
558 in the morning, to the building. The morning emails. Go to YouTube. You know where it's at, y'all. What's up? Shout out to to my man Eric Sermon. I was kicking it with Eric Sermon over the weekend.
It's like music.
Super talented guy, Eric Sermon, by the way. Good dude. E-double.
Oh, baby. Just like music.
To relax my mind so I can be free and absorb the sound that keep me round, doing my thing.
Relaxing. Good morning,
with
brother.
No worries, peace to keep Murray.
Just like music.
To keep me flowing, to keep me going, to keep me growing, to keep me to eat from knowing what happens out there.
Also,
It's
we'll
not my
give
concern.
a report on that girl, Wendy Williams. She's she's money getting funny for Wendy. I mean, obviously, she's not making no money, and everybody just beating her up. So, money don't last long. So she's going through something, man. Let's give her a shout out, Wendy Williams. Hope everything work out for you.
Just that feeling got me. I wish music can adopt.
Good morning. Let's go, y'all. Chick. Come on.
Music.
6 o'clock in the morning. Bryce, get up.
The music.
Bryce, are you up?
Come at the mouth.
We're leaving a little after 7 this morning.
Just like music.
Put me in the mood with my woman. Got me in the air. Say
Wake them up, little grown folk music. Smooth it out a little bit. Shout out to Beanie Long. I just read something the other day on Toby Hicks' file. She gave me a shout out. We haven't seen Beanie in a while. Hey, Beanie.
I'm making home tonight. Then you make love to me for the last time, baby. Wanna cherish each moment like the last. Cause baby, you're about to have. So just in case.
Well, she's kind of, she's kind of like, I wouldn't say trapped, but she's in a conservatorship. A judge mandated conservatorship. And the problem is, when you send them people to a situation, they manage how your money is being spent, especially if you are not able to manage your own funds. So you can just do basic understanding. If you're making money, then that works. But when you're not making no money and you're just eating off your money, and she got to pay her husband, she got to pay her lawyers and all that kind of stuff, I can see how it could be problematic for her after a while. Wish you the best, Wendy. Remember, the more money you make, the more expenses you have. You know what I'm saying? So.
Just in case. Just in case. Just in case.
I say this with love. Well, it's not. It's always been the case. But we're glad that you've been enlightened, brother. That's why the show is here, to help enlighten the brothers. You know what I'm saying? But conservatorship's been around for a long time, my friend. Good morning. Let's get y'all up this morning. Yeah.
I can see you over there, just chilling with your girlfriends. Can't believe you're by yourself.
Well, if you got a job and you got $2-3, it's easy to manage. But when you're trying to manage, in her case, tens of millions of dollars, that's called you're a target. When you have tens of millions of dollars, then you have to pay a large, basically a small army to manage your money. In her case, her husband was part of that army at some point. But it just shows you when they split up. I mean, my opinion, I thought they were a good couple. And I knew that it would be a decline once the husband and Kevin and Wendy split. That's my personal. I don't know the rationale or reasons behind it. That's not my business. But sad to see that dynasty fall apart. Let's go, y'all.
You got $100 bill.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point you're making. You don't have to have more expenses just because you make more money. It's just people making bad decisions with money. But we always say that on this side of the track. What we got to understand is that a lot of us don't come from generations of wealth. You know, wealth building and wealth maintaining is not something that our people know about, you know, and a lot of white people don't know about it. You know, they're very small people. So ultimately, you need a lot of education. They don't teach you wealth building in school. They don't teach you that trade. Or financial management. They don't teach you none of that in school. Good morning.
Push your zodiac sign. I can't hear y'all. Push your zodiac sign. Out. If you got more.
That's why a lot of people, you know, they get into, especially entertainment, where they get money fast and then they lose it. You know what I'm saying? I hear horror stories every day. Every day. Good morning, y'all. How y'all feeling? Let's get it started this morning. I'm feeling real good this morning. Troy Mumford, great conversation you had. Yeah.
Everybody's ready to party all night. All the girls are ready.
I don't want to start there. Let's get back that up this morning. Also, Mix King, are you going to give me a new set for the next show?
You're looking at the time.
Go to Radio Remix. Also, DJ Unique, I need you to send me a set too. Unique.
To drink with me. To freak with me. Oh, baby.
Well, you make a point. There's so much to that. That's why I want to back that up. There's so much to that being rich. Because you could be worth $100 million and then have $101 million in bills and you broke. So yeah.
Put your hands up. You got a $10 bill. Put your hands up. Single ladies. I can't hear y'all.
Even I talked to Dame Dash over the weekend. I talked to Dame over the weekend. He was talking about some other businesses he was doing. Like, he does a lot of businesses that we don't know about, right? I'm talking to Dame. And Dame was like, yeah, you know, people think I'm broke, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, people don't know finances. I understand you're a wealthy guy. You know what I'm saying? Just, I want to keep them thinking I'm broke. I said, why you want to do I love that guy, man. Why you want to do that, though? Why you put yourself through that? Nice guy, man. There you go. I like that. R.I.P. Fat Man Scoop. Also, Mobb Deep got a new album. I really like it. Shout to Havoc. If your best friend's brother hurt or killed someone you love, does that automatically change your relationship with your day? You have with your... I probably mean your best friend. Yeah. If he killed anybody, you know what I'm saying? It would change the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kill somebody. life is cheap for people, but when you're young, you don't understand how valuable life is. You know what I'm saying? Like in my neighborhood, we lost so many people at such a young age. You really don't get it, how valuable life is. We find guys that are, and especially guys that we know. It's pretty sad if you really want to know. Oh, you're in the East Coast, that nor'easter's popping. Yeah, it does change the relationship. Even if you don't turn them in or whatever the case may be, it's still like, nigga, you out there killing people, nigga. What's your decision making like, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Life is precious.
Hey, DJ, keep playing the song.
That's how I wanna come to that.
On and on.
Good morning, everybody. Young to the building. Let's go, y'all.
And on and on.
On and on and on.
On and on and on and on.
For me, when I look back and see, I got pictures, of all the guys in my neighborhood that lost their life, whatever. And what bothered me about that is that they were so young, As I've got to be a man of a certain age, and the fact that some of these brothers that I knew as little kids didn't get to see the age of 30. I mean, if anything I can take away from all of that is just, I'm like, what for? I always go, what's the reason? What's the reason why that person, don't get it. Yeah, I'll change my glasses up. Oh, I like this blue tint. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. On to the building. Let's go. Monday morning, yawning.
DJ, I am ready to call my friends so we can all get down with the party.
That's why we do the show.
Hey, Mr. DJ. Hey, Mr. DJ. You can get started. Everybody's ready to party. All night, all night. All the girls are ready. So we can all get to it.
Anyway, if you haven't gotten that. If you haven't got that Mobb Deep album, make sure you go get it. Shout out to my man Storm and Havoc and the whole Mobb Deep crew. Good guys, man. Did a lot of work with Mobb Deep. And to hear Prodigy on the mic sounds great, man. Rest in peace, Prodigy. That's great. We just wish it the best. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's putting out music, just keep putting your music out, brother. Don't worry about it. Just keep putting it out.
DJ, keep playing the
It's a good album too.
J. Cool and Duck get fresh. Rock it to the beat, 'cause we are in the. We got Dusty Fresh and Biz Marquis. Rock it to the beat and the place to be. We got 1, 2, 3, come on. We got 1, 2, 3, come on. We got 1, 2, 3, come on. We got that Duck. J. Cool and Duck get.
Shout out to our man Rob McDaniels. We got Brooklyn Bowl on November 15th. Make sure you come out to that. Also, we're going to be talking about the gala this week, the Jesse Banks Foundation. I'll be there. The gala host yourself, Unks in the building. Let's go, y'all.
Let me see those hands again. Hands on the high.
Good morning.
Everybody jump, 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 jump. Everybody jump, 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 jump. Now listen, some of y'all know how to do this. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all might get with this. Some of y'all won't, but listen. Let me clear my throat. Let's go, y'all. Oh, say what? Have a listen, baby. I hope you don't mind. Let me clear my throat. Such a dedication going out to everybody across the nation. And they gonna do something like this here. Now all the way live from New York City, Mr. Bismarck, grab the mic and get busy.
Can I kick it?
Yeah.
You know that I can do it with the mic in my hand. You remember that? Oh, what you? Yo, that is fat. Tick tock, tick tock, do the die. No matter what I say, it always come on fly. The ladies in here, they're like fruit in a cup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up.
We smooth R&B today.
What up?
Don't mind me.
Say what, say what, say what?
Smooth R&B today. Also, today in hip hop, Nas released his. Nas is doing great. How about that, huh?
What up? What up? Say what? Say what? Say what?
Solid, man.
Uh-huh.
What you saying, Will? Well, we'll rock with Will today. If you go to a massage therapist and a male professional gives you a massage, as a man, is it frowned upon amongst a lot of men, especially us as black men, if he's a professional, and that's what he does for. Hold on. I'm gonna be respectful when I say this, because obviously I know that you can go to a male doctor or whatever the case may be, but massages are so intimate. I can't do it. But me and my boy have a conversation about this. I don't let men do massages on me. I'm not with all that shit. I'm sorry. It's not right. Not for me. To each his own, obviously. You know, y'all do y'all thing, but I'm not letting no man rub all on me like that. To me, massages are very intimate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that. Sorry, guys. I'm not saying it's sexual, it's intimate. You know what I'm saying? Some nigga rubbing on me like that. Fuck out of here. Hell no. Hell no. Sorry. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You do what you do. Well, if you want to go get all rubbed on by the dude, that's your thing, man. I'm not saying it might be your thing, but it's not my thing. Respectfully.
Y'all tucked in?
Y'all touched it.
Here we go.
Funny.
Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas
Jesus.
and lived life slow,
Let me get this show
where
started.
laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good. There lived a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you tonight, we're gonna make some cash, robbing old folks and making the dash.
Man.
Hey Dad, it's Dahlia. Congratulations on your new show.
What you
I
be
know
thinking
how
about
you
in
get,
the
so don't
morning,
be too rough on him. Love you and good luck. Bye.
Love you too, monkey. Welcome to the Raw Perspective with your host, the incomparable Uncle Lays, aka Lays Elliott, aka Lazy Lays from the world famous, kicking with in topics about health, politics, music, art, culture, and now for your host, the legendary Uncle Lays.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy.
And yo, Lays is rock. Yo, get in there and tell the people what it is, man. Let them know what this thing is all about. Come on, man.
I'm just, I'm sorry. No disrespect. I got no problems with nobody, respectfully. That just doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. And it doesn't, I have nothing against anybody. It just doesn't work. That just doesn't, it's not a thing I want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I'm so weirded out by that in some ways. I even like try to find female doctors when I do my doctor shit or my therapy shit. So I'm looking for female therapists. Like even with my legs, well, after my knee operation, I was like, yo, let me when I replaced both knees, I was like, let me just go get let me go get it done by. I had to get a lady therapist. You know what I'm saying? We have too much PTSD. I guess. I just work better with women. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? And with all that, I work better with the females. You know what I'm saying? Some people work with the guys. I'm better with the female. I got a boy who gets like, he goes to, man, I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna embarrass him. I don't want to call him out, but he goes and gets, massages by guys all the time. And I was like, hey man, I don't know. Maybe I'm not mature enough. It could be that. It could be that I'm not mature enough to handle that kind of situation. Without be like, what? I would be saying pause through the entire massage. I'm like, pause. I'll be laughing and shit. Sorry, man. To all the people that go get, I'm quite sure the male masseuses are very. I'm quite sure male masseuses are pretty let's say reputable, and I'm quite sure there's a reputable male masseuse out there. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, I'm saying if they are professional, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Will. Shout out to Will Atkins. I'm trying. You got me skating here on how to get past that. How to deal with that. I'm skating on it. I'm going because I don't want to besmirch. Because I know guys that do this, for a living, and so I don't want to talk bad about their profession. It's just, that's what I'm kind of like. Pause. Straddling the fence a little bit. Yo, killer, yo, murder. You know what I'm saying? They say he want dudes to do massages on him and everything like that. I would never have a guy do massages on me and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, killer, I'm just saying, knock it and teach. Best show in the world. It is what it is. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Young in the building in the morning. Emails, all you males and females. Let's go to blackfacts.com this morning. Am I bringing Instagram in this morning? Yeah, why not? It's a light night. Everybody, some people are celebrating Columbus Day, and we had a big weekend. If for those that care about what's going on over in the Gaza Strip, for those that care about what's happening over in Israel and Palestine, then it was a good weekend. It was a serious weekend. It was. They got peace. I know Trump is taking a lot of the credit for it, but it was actually, if you really want to know, first of all, we got to give credit where credit is due. The President of the United States was one of the central figures in getting that peace, getting those hostages released. But it was, there's a combination of things, and this was a plan that came from the Bidens. They used the Biden plan, and then they just added to it. It's a collaborative effort, and nobody should be. This dude just want to take credit for everything, but it's not just him. All right, so stop. Thank you for dealing with that situation, and now how about you stop sending the Army to National Guard to Chicago and shaking up those people over there? All right. Maybe we don't attack your own country, all right, and then release those Epstein files, which I think would be I think that's the downfall of the entire organization, the Epstein files. Release that shit. That's the important thing. Don't worry about sit out here worry too much about Israel and what they got going on over there. I think Israel had to. I mean, people were just like, yo, what y'all doing? It was too much. You know what I'm saying? You get out here killing kids. Take it easy. You know what I'm saying? And, there are factions in Israel that want to drive the Palestinians into the sea and just take over that land. And so they may be able to now. The rest of the Arab world ain't going for it. We're not letting you do that. So shout to everybody for getting together to solve that problem. And when we talk about Israel, we're not talking about all Jewish people. We're just talking about certain parts of the government that really are about that. They're about that life. They really want beef. Certain part of the Israeli government really want that smoke. And, Israel is not just one monolith. It's not like America, it has different factions in Israel. Some Jewish people want peace. Some Jews, it's two brothers fighting, bro. It's like beefing with your cousins, the Arabs, and the real Jewish Israelis and the Arabs. They're very closely related. You know what I'm saying? Come on. We're just glad that they got some peace and those hostages got released. There's 20 hostages who were alive and 28 bodies. For those that don't know, just give you a heads up on what it was. Let's go to blackfacts.com this morning. I don't know if Coco's coming in or Kim. I think Kim's doing the Kim show this morning. I hope so. We'll find it. I'll find her show, and then maybe I'll chime in and say hi to Kim this morning. Also, our boy Randy James is in the news again, yelling at cops. Listen, white guys can yell at the police. Black people can't. I just want to let the Randy James know that. Let's go to blackfacts.com. This is a good one. Stevie Wonder reaches number one with the love song "I Just Called to Say I Love You." Very good, Stevie Wonder. Super talented guy, Stevie Wonder. We love Stevie, the legend. That's the legend himself, Stevie Wonder. I got a question. Are we using the word legend too much? Legend and legendary, just because you've been around doesn't mean you're legendary or legend. Everybody's a legend. The track was written and recorded for the soundtrack for the 1984 film The Woman in Red. Even Rocco says the legendary legend. What are we talking about? The Woman in Red was released on the radio August 1st that year. Wonder played every instrument on the track, produced it, did all the vocals, the instrumentation, everything. He did everything, vocal and everything. Yeah, we use it too much. When the song won the Academy Award, Wonder thanked Nelson Mandela the next day, and the South African government banned his music as Mandela was an enemy of the state in prison in 1962. That's pretty sad that he would do that. By the way, Stevie was a cultural activist, really serious cultural. Wonder single held the top position for 3 years. For 3 weeks, I'm sorry. And Wonder did a carpool karaoke with James Corden. He called Carden's wife to serenade her with a custom version of the song. And the host was over. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yes. All right, whatever. Anyway, I just called to say I love you. Classic song by Stevie Wonder. You know the song. I'm not going to play it. Instagram won't let me play it. They'll cut me off for playing it. But Stevie Wonder, amazing artist. And a real artist with the hits to prove it. For more Black Facts, go to blackfacts.com. Let history be no mystery. How about that? Yes. Yeah, we overuse legendary too much. All right, so today, now that I got the undivided attention, I'm going to give y'all some information today, because the ladies aren't here. So they'll be here tomorrow. And also tomorrow we may have Gigi Shehab. We're going to talk to her today if she can come in tomorrow. She's a big banking person, and she's going to talk to y'all about actual finance and give y'all some information on things you can do to help not only grow your money, but take the little money you got and put it in positions to do some great things with. So we're going to speak to Gigi, see if she can come in tomorrow and really make a day for everybody today. Information, she's a big time. I don't think we can say the bank she works for, but she works for a big time bank. She's not a bank teller. She's a big time, one of the, I would say one of the partners. Also a good friend of mine. Very well embedded in the community. So we want to get her on tomorrow, and so she can start talking about finances and ways to help y'all. And we'll ask questions and all kind of stuff. We're not putting too much pressure on y'all, but we start talking finances, man. How do we help? How do we make better on these finances? Which goes back to my subject today. The $1.8 trillion. The $1.8 trillion in American and black and the black. They say black people generate $1.8 trillion in the American society. Now that sounds like a lot, right? I'm gonna be honest. It sounds like it's some money, right? But I just really want to be honest with you. It's not that much in comparison to the GDP. The American GDP, they use about $28 to $30 trillion a year. Just to give y'all some understanding. And I know this is going to be boring, but I just want to give y'all some insight data first. The Hispanic GDP is $2.8 2.8 trillion, which is a trillion more than Black Americans, and the white GDP is somewhere in total, just white people itself, about 20 trillion in this country. But Asian GDP is less. They don't really spend no money in the country. They make a lot of money, but they don't spend any money. And other people, they make money, but they don't really put it back into the community. Where Black people get caught is that they spend more money than they keep, and they don't own anything. They're just buying shit. So the Black money goes back into the white community quick. That's what's disparaging. If we were to, let's say, stop buying stuff. If we were to stop buying stuff, like I'm going to stop buying stuff, it wouldn't really have an effect on, because we don't own enough land and we don't have enough land to really have an issue. We would knock down companies like Nike, TikTok, like retail, some retail stores we would knock down, and it wouldn't have a long term. But the good effect it would have, if you do the research, the good effect that it would actually help build the community. So for us, I think some of the biggest pundits and some of the big Black economists that get on there and start talking about, we should take the $1.8 trillion and Black money and move it out of the country, it's not going to have that big of an effect. But what it would do, if we did turn that money into the community, then that would build up the community. So that's something. There you go. Somebody asked me about that. Because we're juxtaposing it against white society. And as a matter of fact, the Spanish people spend more. The Spanish people spend 2.8 trillion into society, and they own a little bit more too, by the way. Home ownership is up in the Spanish community. They're buying shit. They're really doing some big things in the Spanish community. So we got to get it to where we're creating the loop before it goes out. Our money comes in and goes right back to the white people, to Will's Pills, or corporate people. You can't say white, because Joe the pizza guy not getting our money. The corporate society is getting our money. And so, as opposed to throwing it against the wall for the Will's Pills, maybe we should put it back into our community and to do something like that. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome. But anyway, we're going to talk to Gigi tomorrow. We're going to talk about, let's see if I can get it tomorrow. We're going to talk about some of the ways we can get it popping. They destroyed Black wealth systems on purpose. Well, yeah, there's a lot of reasons. I'm not going to sit here and doubt the reasons why lack of ownership and all that stuff or what it was. I'm saying now that we know, we can make adjustments. That's the point I'm making. I'm not really trying to think too much about I'm trying to think about the next 15, 20 years, 30 years in the community, things we can do. Things are changing now, where people talk about how the fathers ain't a part of our life anymore, but their fathers are coming back. Let's just build from that position. A lot of our towns was bombed down, but they made, a couple of towns. Yeah. Listen, it was, the poor white guy has been used as a tool by the government as well. They would send the poor white guys in there to do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want Black people. The problem is the mistake the government made was they didn't just, here's what happened. They were so hyper-focused on being afraid of Black people doing well that they allowed the Asians, the Indians, the Arabs, and people to come into the country and sort of take over the country. So they lost the country to the Chinese. That's what they lost it to. They lost it to the Chinese already. So we can sit here and be thinking about it. It's the lens in which we view it. We look at it as a black and white thing. It's definitely not. The biggest mistake the white government made, not white people itself, because there are a lot of good white people out there, but the government made was that they focused it on keeping down Black people. Well, when you keep down Black people, You actually destroyed it because black people are more loyal to the country because that's really where we are. We don't really have as many roots in Africa. We don't really belong there. We can go back there and say, hey, my brother. But, we love our African brothers and sisters as the originators of the planet, but we don't have any connection to Africa as well as we have to this land that we've been here for 400 years, especially foundational black Americans. So the mistake that white America's made, they attacked and marginalized their greatest asset. And now they've lost the country to the Chinese. People say this is the end of the American imperialism. They say, man, America is over now. There's no, they're going by the way of England now. You know how England's just kind of marginalized and old and wacky looking. Well, I mean, look what they did. Look who they elected. That's telling you that the country is it's on its way to hit the skids. It's going to be something different. It'll be here, but it won't be the big powerhouse. I think it's the Chinese term now. So we got to figure out. Listen, learn to speak Chinese. That's all I'm saying. Learn to speak Chinese. We'll see. We'll see what's going on here. Also, what was I going to talk about this morning? I was going to talk about our sisters and why our sisters are having so much problems in the corporate spaces. Yeah. I want to talk about that. That's a really serious conversation. What are you saying? Well, okay. If you admitted to the government kept us down, it's the system fault. We're in. No. Well. I have a different look on it, to be honest with you. Will, yeah, Will asks if you admitted the government kept. Well, no, the government did have practices in which they would keep down African Americans, but once we recognized it, it was kind of up to us to take those moves to change the way that we would handle ourselves. Unfortunately, they then. After the civil rights movement, which we actually took an L, we didn't win the civil rights movement. We just said, look, just give us what, we made a deal and it wasn't the best deal for us. As Martin Luther King said, he said, I was trying to get civil rights when I should have worked on economic empowerment for our people. And I think that's what the biggest latchkey problem was. That's the conversation that we didn't have. You know what I'm saying? So, I get your point, but, white people ain't your daddy. You know what I'm saying? They get it in blood just like we get it in blood. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Will's Pills ain't your daddy. They got to go to work every day, just like every black person got to go to work every day. So the thing is, well, we look at them like they we match everything against the Will's Pills. And that goes for every famous person from everybody else. We don't consider ourselves successful until the Will's Pills say we're successful. So it is what it is. So yeah, we could keep blaming them, but we could also take responsibility for ourselves. Don't be mad at ourselves and say, hey, maybe we could find a way to do better. Stop looking at success through the eyes of the Will's Pills. All right, there you go. How about that? You're welcome this morning. And Columbus did not discover. He discovered Bahamas with the Taínos who were already there, in case y'all didn't want to know. COINTELPRO was the takedown of every black leader organization. It was, nobody's targeting so much of us in the country. Yeah, they did it all to it. Yeah, COINTELPRO is true, but, where the fuck was our COINTELPRO? Again, some of our problems as people, you see it today. I use the rappers as a microcosm. The rappers are beefing with each other live on camera all the time. Who does that? Yeah, we could talk to COINTELPRO all day long, but it doesn't mean that that should excuse our own behavior. It's like we throwing rocks at the sun. That's not what happens here. What happens here is we use this time and ability and space and opportunity to try to enlighten, encourage, and entertain without making it at the expense of each other. They're making you can't turn on YouTube without a whole story about Rockefeller Records and what happened and the up and down. This shit is all over YouTube. I'm like, come on, man. God damn. You know what I'm saying? That shit is 20 years ago. And it's still people are talking about it. As if they could understand the personal inner workings of that situation. I did business with them at that time. I was right there, and I still don't know what the hell happened. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I just, okay, let me go over here and do something else because that's their business, and that's our problem. We worried about the wrong thing. So let's just focus on let's focus on something that's going to help us. That's how I look at it. Much as I love everybody, but I'm not stuck on that. I had to actually, I actually had to put the thing is, don't send me any more of those conversations. They got you. What I want to more talk about is why are our black women having so much trouble in corporate America? That is my big conversation. Why is corporate America so hard on black women? That's the real question. It's a deep and a painful reality, and it's a very real one. The difficulties black women face in corporate America are not simply based about bias and hiring promotions. They are rooted in the web of historical power, racializing gender stereotypes and institutional design that was never built for them to thrive. But they are thriving. Black women are thriving. Black women are the fastest, the most intelligent, the most knowledgeable. Shout out to our black sisters. Shout out to our sisters carrying the flag. But we have to be realistic. What corporate culture was built for white male power, the patriarchy we call it. The modern U.S. corporate model was shaped in the early 20th century by white male industrialists. The leadership norms, assertive but not emotional, competitive, linear, career paths, professional appearance, were designed to mirror white masculinity. Anyone outside that mold, particularly black women, is coded as unfit for or unconventional, even when they are highly qualified. Racism and the sexism and racism intersect, especially when it pertains to black women. It's called the double bind. Black women face more racial and gender bias, often simultaneously. White women may experience sexism and black men may face racism, but black women experience both. They get sexism and racism. Like if you don't play ball, you don't go out, what other power would a guy have over a beautiful, powerful sister? Smart, intelligent. Look at what Letitia James is going through right now. When we talk about Letitia James, she went after one of the most powerful men in the country and did her job properly. And now they're, using the entire weight of the United States government to try to take her down. Yeah, but we support corporations, right? So we're corporate America is racist. We all know that. That'll always be the roadblocks in our journey to success. But yeah, but it's racist because we don't support the change. That's the point I'm saying. That's why I'm talking about it. There has to be a way to change it. I see brothers get to the top of corporate and they have to shift their entire paradigm. They cut the beard off. They cut the mustache off. They look like turtle heads trying to exist, and they still get shitted on. That's why I'm picking out black sisters as my target point this morning, because they have to deal with it twice. They have to deal with it twice. not just also they don't get paid as much. The pay gaps and the visible promotion barriers. Black women are roughly 63 to 68 cents for every dollar a white man earns. Just so you know. They're the least likely group to be promoted from entry to mid-level roles, senior management. Many corporations talk about diversity in numbers, but not in power. In other words, you would get the job as a black woman can get the job, but she won't get paid as much as she get about 60% of what a white guy gets paid for the same job. That's what they say that is what it is. All right. The question is, how do we solve that problem? I love talking interesting conversations. Well, let's talk about how we solve it. We know the problems, right? Stereotyping, control, cultural indivisibility, DEI, backlash, isolation, of lack of sponsors, unequal pay, whatever. We know that, right? Let's go to how to solve. The way we can solve it is to get people into diversity optics or power sharing. We can sort of force that hand. We can say, listen, we need to if they're qualified black people that should be in these positions. We should do the work we can to get them in those positions of power. We can do it from a corporate, from a stock, all kinds of ways. And, especially corporate companies that are public, you can go in there and, you can put pressure on the board to bring in diversity into the C-suites. The C-suites is where you really want to get some black people in the C-suites. Also, we can fund, we can just promote, the the reason I talked about the 1.8 trillion, because it doesn't have as much effect on the whole of white America, but it has a tremendous effect on black business. So the 1.8, based on the population, where 25 trillion of the dollars is by white America, 2.8 by the Hispanic Americans. The 1.8, though it has a little bit of an effect on the entire population, in the entire country, if concentrated back into the black community, then that would give us tenfold power. That would it's like you would supercharge the black economy. Then that would then force white America to be a little bit more equal in the way that they deal with black American power. It's how and to give you an example is the Koreans, the Chinese, the Indians, and the Arabs. All of these, the Asian people have no real effect on the as far as GDP, but they have effect on the power structure because they pool their wealth, and their wealth is then used as a tool to be competitive in the American power structure. The Asians they've actually gave you a blueprint. If you follow the Asian blueprint, you would. If Black Americans follow the Asian blueprint, they've been here just as long as the Chinese have been here just as long as Black American slaves. They were indentured servants. They were treated poorly too. They were treated like shit, the Chinese, for hundreds of years in this country. If we follow their path of manufacturing, that's what they did. They manufactured, they built their entire society right under the noses of the American power structure, to the point where America now owes Chinese almost $1 trillion in debt, and they hold the lien on them. And now, if they're saying that if the Chinese go to the gold standard, that's going to destroy the dollar. Wow. Whew. I know. This is all right. I know. This. We're not talking about Pookie this morning. The girls, and we're not dropping whatever. But it's a short show today. I just want to take an opportunity this morning just to have a conversation about some of the things that actually matter. And then the girls will be back tomorrow. We'll have fun. But laugh and joke and everything will be great. All right? We'll get back to all that tomorrow. I just want to know, Uncle Lace, is Myrtle available? Yes, he's available for the conversation. Lindsay, you can come in here anytime you want to. Lindsay, would you want to get a massage? Troy wants to, I'm sorry, Will Atkins wants to know, would you let a male massage you, Lindsay? That's what he wants to know. Well, it's not a matter of getting a male. I just want to know, can he send me a picture first? Shut up. Get out of this stuff. Shut up. For those that don't talking about, Will Atkins said, about the male massage this morning. Oh, man. Oh, the big picture also, in fairness to corporate America, it's not just hard on black women. It's built on structures that depend their labor image, innovation, while denying them ownership and agency. The solution isn't just better for representation. It's redistribution, opportunity, credit, and capital. Hey, I'm not going there with you, brother. I'm saying, I don't care if you're professional. I don't want no man rubbing on me. I'm sorry. No disrespect. That's just my personal choice. I'm not mad at nobody. Now, Will, why we do thank you, Troy. Hell to the nah. Say the nay-no on that. Let's get Big Set on before I get out of here today. See what he's got going on in Black Enterprise before I get out of here today. Anyway, as we can see, it's not the point. I just don't want men rubbing on me. I'm sorry. I'm not. It's not about PTSD. I'm not that evolved. Yeah, I got a question. Big, good morning, Big Sad. Are you up?
Yeah, it's a holiday.
It's not no holiday. Oh, what holiday is it? Columbus Day? What holiday is it? Engine number 9 day. Indonesia's Day. Well, listen. I just want to see what. I did a whole diatribe about black women in corporate America, so we'll get past that. I do want to know what stories you're working on this week, but also. Will Atkins keeps asking this question. I just need somebody else. He's saying, would you go get a massage from a male masseuse?
Only if it's medically necessary and there's no one else available.
Only? Oh, okay. Listen, he says... I'm trying to elevate this conversation, and Will Atkins keeps dragging it right back to the gutter. So Will is saying, so you would say I would say, Will Atkins, you're more mature than me and evolved than me. I guess you like men rubbing on you.
Everyone on Earth, everybody on Earth with any type of education is more mature than you.
More mature. Listen, all right. I guess I'm not mature. I just have my own. Hi, this is Lindsay. I just want to know, can you send pictures or do you have any references? Well, obviously, you know more about this than he does. Yeah, well, thank you, Lindsay. So you said you would have a male masseuse massage you.
If it's medically necessary and there's no one else around. Yeah. Like if it's pleasure, no.
Okay.
Because I do know it's some people with physical therapy and things of that nature. Like,
all right, physical therapy. I did, I did have a guy work on my knee when I have a lady physical therapist. But then one day she wasn't available, and he was doing some adjusting on my knee. All right, I guess adjusting. Adjusting. Did you have to take your zipper down for any adjustments? Like, no, I did not. Let me get out of here with that. This guy's crazy. So Will. Will, are you saying you got to explain it? Will, I'm gonna put the link in the chat for you, Will, because you got to come in here and explain to me the scenarios in which you want a guy massaging you. He wasn't massaging my knee. He was adjusting my knee. First of all, just to be honest with you, I have 3 pounds of titanium in both knees. So he wasn't really touching me. He was touching that titanium. It was my physical body part. It was the bionic part that came in. Oh man! Hey, Will, you want to come in here and explain this? Hey, while we're working his way in, what stories? Big Said, host of My Friends Are Better Than Yours, and coming soon, I'm Big Said, and you are, which is hilarious, by the way. I think that's the best. I did listen to your Bobbito interview. I thought that was pretty good.
Thank you.
I did listen to that interview. It was a great interview with Bobbito, and you allowed Bobbito to do his thing, and really, I knew him from back in the park days down in West 4th Park over in uptown playing ball. You know, I played basketball with him a couple of times. He could ball. He could play.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, he could play. I mean, for like a Puerto Rican dude, he could play. You know what I'm saying? He could play.
Don't do that.
Only joking. Shout to Bobbito. Shout to Stretcher Bobbito. Real solid dudes. And so you say he's personally wealthy now, huh? He's doing his thing. He made his money.
Oh, yeah. He's been making money.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, Bobbito.
So he's doing well, yeah.
Big time sneaker culture guy and everything. So what other... Yeah, Will, I'm just saying, you walking me into this, man. I didn't wake up this morning. Let me address Will Atkins real quick. Well, I didn't wake up this morning thinking about a male massages. I didn't. I did not. I didn't do that. With all due respect, it wasn't something I was like, I wonder if any of these men out here like to be massages by men's. I did not think about that. It just you. If it doesn't make you gay, then what is the problem? All right. I'm out of this conversation. And let's get back to Big Said because I just don't understand. All right. Let's just agree to not. I'm not saying it makes you gay, but could you? Is it a preference? Maybe you would rather be rubbed on by a woman? Is that okay? Is that no? How did I get here? How did we get here, Seth?
I don't know. I was asleep.
Jesus Christ. Anyway,
I had to wake up to this.
yo, it's never a dull moment, I can tell you that. My question is, what stories are you working on this week in all of your, let's just say all of your enterprises? There you go. Yeah.
I mean, it's always going to be based on daily news. So I can't even respond to that as far as the Black Enterprise, because, for one, I'm off today. So I'm not thinking about that. And two, if I'm able to know what I'm working on this week, I can make a whole lot of money.
In other words, you could call the news out. You would know. All right. Shout out to Paz K. I see him on here. Paz has got a shout out to my man Paz K. He's over on the Instagram site. Listen, he's got some great Wednesday comedy stuff going on in Atlanta. So shout out to Paz. He out there doing his thing.
Wait, Paz K said he'll be on my show and never responded back again.
Yeah,
I reached out to him. He said okay, and I haven't heard back from him.
Yeah. Okay, Paz. If am I the? Okay, all right, I'll do it. Paz, if you get a chance, make sure you call back Big Said so you could be on My Friends Are Better Than Yours with Big Said.
He's like, yo, I'm like, okay.
I should call Paz and
It's
put
an asset.
Yo, Paz, call my phone if you are available. We can air this out right now. We can do the My Friends Are Better Than Yours interview right now on the morning emails with Paz. There you go. That's Paz, my brother. Paz
Paz with a K.
Yeah, Paz, that's a brother. Also, shout out to Eric Sermon. I talked to him over the weekend. Me and Eric had a good conversation this weekend. And he's a very talented guy, Mr. Eric Sermon. And he's all right. Yeah, he does a lot of good work, Mr. Eric Sermon. And that's great. And I'm still stuck over here on Will Atkins. Listen, maybe it's just I'm old school. I'm not evolved like most people. I'm still a little bit I'm still a little bit of caveman. That's what's happening.
You said it.
Also, Wendy Williams news. Obviously people are saying, well, where's her money? Because they're having issues right now with their $25,000 a month studio apartment in New York City, which is crazy when you think about it.
$25,000?
$25,000 a month. Apartment too, by the way. It's not even either you evolve or you dissolve. I guess. Well, can I just go at my pace there, sir? He said either you evolve or you dissolve. Yeah. I'm going to go with everything first. I'm going to evolve in every other aspect of life. And then if the last thing that I have to evolve to is letting a man give me a massage, I'll cross that I'll cross that building when I get there. Oh man, greatest morning show in the world. I thought this was gonna be a nice, easy morning. It was gonna be no hassle. Studio.
Wait, how did this come up anyway?
I don't know. Will Atkins gives me the questions of the day, and so one of the questions, and we love the questions of the day. Will Atkins, thank you very much, and he comes in and he gives these questions, and so that was one of the questions. Would you get massaged?
Would you let a man massage you?
Yeah, that was basically.
So what's on his mind this early in the morning for him to ask that question?
I don't know. We love Will Atkins. That's all. You know what I'm saying? We got no issues.
There's nothing wrong with asking a question. I'm just curious as to what would what would be on his mind for him to be like, hey, would you let a man massage you?
Anyway, Wendy Williams learns about her own finances from the news. A furious discovering that she's paying $25,000 a month for her apartment. It looks like Wendy, once the queen of talk, is now learning that her own money, the same way the rest of us are, learning about her money the same way the rest of us are. According to insiders, former TV host who had no idea how much she was actually paying for a luxury apartment at the Cotier until she read about it in New York Magazine. The bombshell revelation came in a magazine cover story, which dived into Wendy's ongoing guardianship battle and her campaign to move her court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey. The article also breaks down some shocking financial details, including claims that Wendy's rent is a whopping $25,000 a month for what she herself has reportedly called the luxury dump. Ain't that something? At $25,000 a month. Could y'all let that woman just do her thing? Jesus Christ. What's happening? D Parks, how you doing, my brother? Could y'all let that woman do her thing? I mean, golly. First of all, New York City apartments are way too expensive. Said you there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. New York City apartments are way too expensive. Hold on for a second. Let me see if I can deep park to get deep. I'm going to ask Deep Parks, will you let a man massage it? Just to see what. Maybe I'm bugging, so I just want to make sure. Parks, good morning, Deep Parks.
You know what the answer is.
Parks, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What happened?
Yeah. So, two things. Your boy, our good friend Will Atkins, morning on, and we love you, Will, went on the thing this morning and said, would he let a man massage you? And I said no. I said, even if it was professional, I'm not doing it. All right. Let me get the question. Oh man. Okay, I'll get the actual question. Okay. I'm sorry, Will.
What's up, Deepak?
Good morning, Deepak.
What up?
Question of the day.
Your real father. Let me stop.
Watch him out.
That's a big set over there. Big set's on the phone. All right, can I? I'll read the question, Deepak. So, in all fairness to Will Atkins, okay. If you go to a massage therapist and a male professional gives you a massage, as a man, why is it frowned upon amongst a lot of men, especially us black men, if he's a professional and that's what he does for a living, when men of other cultures don't have a problem with it? Okay. All right, there you go. That's the question.
Yo, to each his own.
To each his own. That's what.
Wow, that was mature of Deepak. I was thinking he'd be like, hell no, what are you talking about, man? I ain't let no man touch me.
I couldn't stop saying pause through the entire massage.
Whoa, that's very adult of you, Deepak.
Hey, man.
He evolving with the times.
Do his own thing.
Oh,
that's
man.
right. Well, my purpose is always a woman. Shit.
Every man is like a 10-year-old boy. Like,
Yo, I remember one day I went to get a massage somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there waiting. Yo, this muscular dude comes out like, yo, you next? I was like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna wait for the girl. I'm good.
I'm waiting for the chick.
Like, nah, I'm good. My hands. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good, man. I appreciate it, everything, but yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I mean, ain't no dude gonna have me butt naked on the table.
Butt naked on the table. Maybe historically, you know how black men have been treated over the years. Maybe it's in our DNA to be afraid of that. You know how the antelope is afraid of the lion? Inherently, your instincts tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that don't feel right. Yeah. We got Will Atkins, what I believe he's saying, and I gave him the link to come in to explain himself, but what I believe he's saying is that we have bad PTSD, which is why we don't think like that as men.
Why I gotta be PTSD? Why you just can't have your preference of when we want to touch you?
Yeah, that's true. Right? I agree. Listen, I agree with you.
I think that's narrow-minded. Why does everything gotta be trauma-based?
Yeah, it's not trauma. Will, I mean, it could just be personal preference. It doesn't mean that it's a trauma-based reality. You know what I'm saying? Like it's. Yeah,
I mean, because trauma would have to come from somewhere. Like if it was trauma, you would have had to have gotten a massage by a man, and something must have happened. You know what I'm saying? That's trauma.
All right. Well, here's the deal. I used to go to this place that had women doing what you call a body scrub, where they would put you in a wet room, and then they would use like metal, and they would exfoliate your skin. So I would go to this chick. She would coming in and she would do it. So one day I called for a body scrub and they don't say anything. Because when they doing a body scrub in the wet room, they have to take their clothes off and put on like a bathing suit. So she's doing it in a bathing suit. You know what I'm saying? Like a 2-piece bathing suit. She's doing it, right? So I go in there. It's kind of, for me as a guy, it's kind of cool. So I go in there, and then one day I'm in there I'm getting ready. I just go right to the spot, and then this little short Asian man walks in there with a bathing suit. I get up and say, "Yo, man, no. I know why I'm naked. Why are you?" Best damn on the show.
I have a confession.
No, I didn't do it. I had to get up out of there. I had to break out.
I have a confession.
Yeah, go ahead. Hi, this is Murdo. Go ahead.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Chad was giving out men massages. Happy ending.
Don't do that.
Happy ending.
I just had a colonoscopy on Friday.
Okay.
So when I was searching for the doctor,
Was it you in a hospital or somebody's house?
Don't do that.
God damn it.
So when I was looking for a doctor, I purposely looked for a woman.
Yeah,
so I got a woman doctor to do it.
Yeah. I did too. I had a lady doctor do my colonoscopy.
Just like what Derek was saying, it's like, it's a preface, and I'm like, it's important because I'm 57 and never had it done, so I'm like, let me get it done.
Right.
And I literally was like, okay, I'm looking at the list of doctors. I'm like, okay. And then I found an Asian woman.
Exactly. There you go. Best doctor in the world. Get an Asian lady.
Even though
at one point in my life, I had all women doctors. All my doctors were women. So my dentist, my dermatologist, my internist. Like, I had all women. I prefer women. I mean, it's not about getting over anything. Like, that's what I prefer.
That's the only way they'll be in your presence. That's the only way they'll be in your presence.
Right.
I got two daughters, bro.
Let me stop. My bad.
Troy, yeah, mom has always been my presence.
Troy Mumford.
Don't do that.
See, wow. Troy Mumford says, make sure it's a man looking like a woman.
Yeah, when she ain't with you.
Wait a minute. Troy Mumford says, make sure it's a man looking like a woman. Well, how did we get? Where did we get into this rabbit hole? This one got crazy. I was having a nice show talking about some nice things about the economics for black women and all this Columbus Day, the lie, all this other stuff that was going on. And then we get moved into this conversation. I blame Will Atkins for this shit.
So the question is, Will, why do you prefer men to give you the side?
See, I knew that question was coming up. I thought Lays was asked that already.
I'm trying. Hi, this is Myrtle.
Yeah, how about that? Let's flip the question. Why do you prefer having men?
I was asking Lays to just not engage as it pertains. I was trying not to engage in this conversation.
If you want to admonish other men for preferring women, why do you prefer men?
At 59 years old, I am way too at 59 years old, I am way too immature to have this conversation. Oh my God.
Coco. Especially this early in the morning, right?
Yeah, it's at 59 years old. All right, I'm sending you the link. Well, I don't have much time today, but I'm going to send you. Okay, I'm going to send you the link right now. Deep
what a way to wake up. What a way to wake up today.
Listen, Monday morning. We're discovering shit this morning like Columbus. Just like Columbus, we're discovering shit that's already there. How about that?
Yeah.
I got to give you on Deep Park. Y'all have been mature this morning because I would not expect the two of you to not.
Will Atkins, click the link, please. Click the.
Come on, Will. This is a safe place.
This is safe place. Yeah, let's.
Well,
it is.
Depending on his response. Let me stop.
Oh my God! What the hell just happened? Oh man! I'm sorry, Chester. We don't need you rubbing on me today. Oh my God! Oh Jesus!
Can you move a little to the left?
Could you move a little?
I see Will now. You go get a massage. Chick show up. Nah. Is Brandon available?
Is Brandon available? Hi, this is Myrtle. I just want to know, Lindsay's my AKA is Myrtle Beach. And I just want to say that if you happen to have any candidates, could you just email them to www.myrtlebeach.com. So maybe I can test some of these people out before Lades can make a decision. Oh, shut up, man. Get out of this conversation. Oh, man. It's just fucking crazy. Coco. Where you at, Coco? Coco.
Oh, yeah, where's Coco?
She's right there. I thought I was getting out of this thing today. I got to take Bryce. Bryce is on a field trip today. Oh, all right, I can get out. Anyway, we'll talk about this another time.
Is Coco on the phone?
No, she's not on the phone, thank God. and we'll pick this up tomorrow. You couldn't get in. Let's hope we have Gigi Shehab tomorrow. We can talk about finances.
That's what his Velma suit said.
That's what he said.
He couldn't get in.
He couldn't get in. Oh man. Oh, pause. Can you imagine? Could you just imagine next time? All right, I want to thank everybody with the sound of my voice is coming on this morning. Big Sad, my man D Parks, and the whole morning
sir.
unit
Just
team.
imagine the next time you get in a massage and the dude try to give you a happy ending.
She said we got jokes.
I wish I knew you was on today. I would have woke up early.
Yo, Will. I'm sorry, man. Listen, everybody can do what they need to do in life. Nobody's stressing you. I just choose another way.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Y'all are immature.
Will,
Yes, we are immature.
You can take a... Hold on, Will. You can take a man giving you a massage, but you can't take a joke.
Wow.
All right, I want to thank everybody with this set of my voice. As we know, this is the Morning Evil, best damn morning show in the world. As y'all know, we will be back tomorrow. Y'all have a great. Let's get out of here before this get crazy. I got to take Bryce to school. All right, y'all. Bye bye.